16-hour fast isn't extreme. You're already doing most of it, you just don't realize it. When we hear the word fasting, we often envision monastic figures huddled in seclusion, enduring hours upon hours without food. We think of grumbling stomachs, pangs of hunger, and the relentless ticking of the clock. But here's the thing, fasting is not about suffering. It's not about deprivation or self-punishment. It's about understanding your body's natural rhythms and using them to your advantage. Take a typical day, for instance. Let's say you finish your dinner at 6 in the evening and hit the sack by 9. You get a full night's sleep and wake up at around 8 the next morning. Guess what? You've just completed a 12-hour fast without even trying. That's right. There's no Herculean effort involved, no extraordinary discipline required. You were just sleeping. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's all well and good, but a 16-hour fast is a whole other ball game. Is it though? Consider this. You've already done 3/4 of the job when you wake up. All that's left is to extend that fasting period by a mere 4 hours. When you put it like that, it doesn't sound so daunting, does it? This is where the misunderstanding comes in. Fasting isn't about going hungry for 16 hours straight. It's about reshaping your eating schedule in a way that aligns with your body's natural rhythms. It's about understanding that hunger isn't a constant, but a wave that comes and goes. So instead of thinking about a 16-hour fast as a monolithic, unachievable goal, think of it in smaller, manageable chunks. You've already got the 12-hour segment down pat. Now, all you need to do is add on an extra 4 hours. You might be surprised at how easy it is. So, the real challenge isn't 16 hours, it's the last 4. And once you understand that, you're well on your way to mastering the art of fasting. Hunger isn't caused by low energy. It's driven by a hormone called ghrelin. And there we have it, folks. The mystery of hunger begins to unravel. Ghrelin, also known as the hunger hormone, plays a significant role in our daily lives, yet it remains largely misunderstood. You see, ghrelin is a hormone produced and released mainly by the stomach. It's often termed as the hunger hormone because its levels rise when your stomach is empty. And what happens when ghrelin levels rise? You guessed it. You start to feel hungry. But here's where things get interesting. Ghrelin doesn't just rise because your body is running out of energy. No, it's a little more sophisticated than that. Ghrelin levels increase primarily because your body is used to eating at certain times. It's more of a schedule thing rather than a starvation thing. That's right, your body is basically a well-oiled clock, and ghrelin is one of its alarm bells. Now you might be thinking, well, if my body is telling me I'm hungry, then surely I must eat, right? Not necessarily. This is where the science of hunger really comes into play. You see, hunger isn't an emergency, it's a signal. And like all signals, it comes and goes. Imagine you're driving and you see a stop sign. You don't stay stopped forever, do you? No, you stop, you look, and when it's safe, you move on. Hunger works in a similar way. It's your body's way of saying, hey, it's usually feeding time around now. But if you don't eat, the ghrelin levels drop, and so does the feeling of hunger. It's like the stop sign turning into a go sign. Now, I'm not saying you should ignore hunger signals all the time, but understanding how they work can help you navigate situations like fasting more effectively. It's not about ignoring your body, it's about understanding it. So the next time you feel that rumble in your stomach, remember, it's not a cry for help, it's just your body running on schedule. Studies show hunger comes in waves and passes if you don't eat. It's a signal, not an emergency. Black coffee works because caffeine suppresses appetite, increases fat burning, and improves focus while fasting. Now, isn't that a cup of magic? Coffee, specifically black coffee, is an excellent tool to aid fasting. This dark brew contains caffeine, a natural substance known for its appetite-suppressing qualities. This means that sipping on a cup of black coffee during your fasting window can help keep those pesky hunger pangs at bay. But that's not all. Caffeine also increases fat burning. When you're fasting, your body needs to find energy from somewhere, and caffeine helps it tap into those fat reserves. Plus, caffeine improves focus, which can be especially beneficial during a fast when your mind might start to wander towards thoughts of food. But remember, the magic lies in keeping it black. Adding sugar or cream to your coffee can trigger an insulin response, which we want to avoid during a fast. So stick to black and let caffeine work its wonders. Now let's talk about another fantastic fasting tool: high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil. A small amount of this oil can make a significant difference. It contains polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that support metabolic health. They also provide your body with a gentle energy signal, again without triggering an insulin response. You see, when you're fasting, keeping insulin levels low is key. It's insulin that signals to your body to store energy, which is the opposite of what we want during a fast. We want our bodies to use stored energy, i.e., burn fat. When insulin levels stay low, fat burning continues, and that loud voice of hunger often quiets down. So a cup of black coffee in one hand, a dash of high polyphenol extra virgin olive oil in your cooking, and you're armed with two powerful tools to aid your fasting journey. When insulin stays low, fat burning continues, and hunger often quiets. And that, my friends, is the secret to a successful and comfortable fast. Hunger is louder when you're bored. Staying busy reduces food cues and makes fasting easier. So what does this mean for you during fasting hours? Well, it's all about keeping your mind and body engaged. When you're engaged in an activity, be it work, a hobby, or even a simple task, your focus shifts away from the grumbling in your stomach. Your brain is too busy processing the task at hand to pay attention to hunger signals. This is why it's crucial to keep yourself occupied during fasting hours. But let's not just talk about mental activity. Physical activity plays a significant role too. Ever heard the saying, idle hands are the devil's workshop? Well, idle hands tend to reach for snacks. Getting up and moving around can be a great distraction. Plus, it has the added benefit of burning calories. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't exercising on an empty stomach make you feel weak? Not necessarily. And here's where the magic of low-intensity activities comes in. When you engage in low-intensity activities like walking, your body doesn't need a quick energy fix as it does during high-intensity workouts. Instead, it taps into its fat reserves, providing a slow and steady energy supply. This means more fat burned without leaving you feeling drained. Research shows that walking in a fasted state actually boosts fat burning and improves insulin sensitivity. That's right, a simple walk can do wonders, but timing is key. Taking a short walk at the end of your fast can maximize these benefits. Plus, it's a great way to transition from your fasted state to your feeding window. So next time you find yourself checking the clock every 5 minutes during your fast, get up and get moving. Whether it's a walk in the park, a stroll around the block, or even just moving around your house, keep those legs moving. You'll be surprised at how it makes time fly by and how it helps keep those hunger pangs at bay. A short walk at the end of your fast boosts fat burning, improves insulin sensitivity, doesn't spike hunger. Around 16 hours, insulin drops and fat burning increases, and this is the sweet spot we've been talking about, the point where the magic happens. But let's be clear, it's not magic, it's biology. You see, around the 16-hour mark of fasting, your body begins to switch gears. Your insulin levels drop, allowing your body to access stored fat as energy, and fat burning increases. The result, you're not just losing weight, you're losing fat. But there's more. As your body continues to burn fat for energy, it begins to produce ketones. Ketones are molecules your body creates when it breaks down fat for energy. And they have a host of benefits. They provide energy for your brain, they can reduce inflammation, and they can even improve your mood and cognitive function. This process, this shift from burning glucose to burning fat and producing ketones, is known as metabolic switching, and it's a game changer. Why? Because it means you're not just losing weight, you're improving your overall health. But here's the thing about metabolic switching. It doesn't happen instantly. It takes time. And that's where the 16 hours come in. You see, for most of us, our bodies won't start to make this switch until around the 16-hour mark. That's why a 16-hour fast can be so beneficial. It's long enough to kickstart this metabolic switch, but it's not so long that it becomes unbearable. And let's be clear, this isn't about starving yourself. It's about understanding how your body works and working with it, not against it. It's about learning to listen to your body, to understand its signals, and to respond in a way that supports your health and well-being. So fasting isn't hard because it's extreme. It's hard because no one explained it right. You're not fighting hunger. You're learning how your body works, and once you get that, 16 hours feels doable. It really is that simple, and it can make a world of difference. Are you ready to give it a try?